Not Tough Enough has been going on for the past few weeks, and like I said, I've been on a personal vacation. Stuff happened, and it was great. And now we go back into the rest of the Tough Enough, because I think the last person we did was the first person, Hank Avery Jr. And like we said before, I mean, he was just there, and it was the first week, and he had some potential, but he was gone. Now let's go into these ridiculous eliminations. First off, Alex Frankie, I hope I'm saying that right. I remember correctly when he said that something around the lines of, you didn't have to know this business to be successful. It's about here and now. You don't need to know the history of the WWE to be successful, which, if you're looking at some models that got hired and are successful, that may be true. But the fact is, you're a guy, and it's a lot different. It's not like you're an Eva Marie, where you can be, you have a looks and you can be in this business. Even though Eva Marie has improved greatly, that's just an example. And the fact that you said it on live television was grounds enough for his elimination. And personally, I hope he never comes in this business again. He is the Ariani of this season, who did not care. There's one of their 15 minutes of fame, and unlike Ariani, he won't be getting a contract in my eyes. The next one, Diana, or Princess Diana, which was a sketchy thing to begin with. With Diana, you had to think about, is she going to last the whole season, or is she going to leave and do her marriage and then come back, or something around those lines. And although I understand why, it was because of a military or a post-military or army person that was at risk of themselves, of own personal injuries, and she left because of that. And that I can respect. If it was about her marriage and everything, I would have blasted her balls right now. And she doesn't even have any, but I would have blasted her, put her on blast for sure. But the fact that she left because of a man in military, or was in military, I can respect that. And I don't really have anything against her. It's just the way she left was very weird in my eyes. But with that quitting, there was also an elimination in that, and we had Daria, the Jersey Devil MMA fighter, and this week was all about entrances, how to make an entrance, how to make a character, and I think she shot herself in the foot because of the whole fallen angel bit, which was comedic, it was great. In a WWE where entertainment matters, that would have been funny, that would have got her probably a job, or at least an NXT role of an enhancement talent, or a jobber, or something like that. But the fact is, she shouldn't have been eliminated. She should have not been eliminated at that point. And it was very interesting to see why she was eliminated. I mean, at that point, Daniel Bryan was the one that kept having people eliminated, because his picks were, in the bottom three, were kept getting eliminated, which is very ridiculous if you ask me. But Daria will be back. I know that for sure. I'm going to say that for sure. The next one is Gabby, and this was a promo challenge as far as I know, and she had everything to gain and nothing to lose here. I mean, she was great. Her character was a little bitchy, but compared to all the girls in the drama throughout the past few weeks, that's nothing that should be discrediting her at all. I don't think that would discredit her at all from anything she has done. But the fact is, Gabby she's done great. The only thing she had wrong was the promo, and once she gets that out of the way, once she gets better at her promo, she'll be better at it for sure. And at that point, I just want to see, because I have the spreadsheet of who was safe, who was at risk, who was there. At that point, it could have been anyone at the announced, so I don't really care about that one, to be honest. The next one, and this is probably going to be the link of the video here. These last two is Patrick Clark, a man who has been in MCW for a while, Maryland Championship Wrestling for a while, and he was great. I mean, he was really great. But this challenge was all about humility. He showed none of it, and it's a shame that he was there. But bottom three in this thing was Patrick, ZZ, and Josh. And the fact that that was the bottom three was shocking enough. And I don't have a problem with either one of them could have been caught. It was a close race. It was a close poll to begin with. But the way Patrick has left is very interesting. Because it was during the whole Hulk Hogan situation. And it kind of explains why Hulk didn't use his say. That's another video for another time of the Hulk Hogan thing, which we'll get to at a later date. With this whole thing about the Gawker and the racist shit. We'll get into it at a different time. But the fact that Patrick had all these tools, and he's 19. He's a hell of a hand right now. In this business, you need people for longevity. And a person at 19 years old doesn't come around often. I mean, look at the current roster. Paige has been wrestling all of her life, basically when she was a fetus, when the legendary Sweet Saraya was with child and did not know it, and she was still active at the time, taking bumps in the ring, and having matches. So the stories of a Rey Mysterio or a Paige starting very young are very rare nowadays, unless you're in Mexico or Japan or somewhere around there where that is the norm for young boys at that point. But the fact is, Patrick had all these tools, asked what was the next step, go to the Performance Center. But allegedly there's been a contract where Patrick was able to go to the Performance Center and be able to do things. And he said he couldn't relocate, which, to be fair, he's 19, there's a lot on his plate, as there is, as a child going through, we don't know if he's gone through college yet, or hasn't even applied for a college, but, you know, there's a lot, at 19, there's a lot of things you gotta worry about. But the fact is, if you want this job, you have to give it all up, relocate, and they'll pay, and nobody pays you to relocate, is the thing. They pay you to relocate in the contract, give you a certain amount of days to relocate, and they even show you good apartments to move into that is accommodating to the Performance Center. Or should I say, accommodating to the point where it's close to the Performance Center, if that makes sense. Basically, WWE pays you to move to Florida to go to the Performance Center daily and learn this craft. And probably one of the biggest, if not best, places to learn, where you have all the talent, all the tools, everything you need to do what you need to do. And the fact that Patrick did not sign this contract is very interesting to me. There's a lot of stories of him not even being offered the deal, and there's some signs of WWE that they're not allowed to give contracts yet, but if they were, I would think Patrick would be the one to be given one. Another one last night that should have been given a contract, in my opinion, was Mata. This guy has done everything they've asked for. And the only reason he was eliminated is because Miz, the new judge Miz, because Hulk Hogan was taken out because of the whole racist slurs and Gawker, and we'll get to that another time. But the whole reason he was eliminated is because Miz used his save on Amanda. Someone that stuttered on their own fucking save promo. 30 seconds they had to do something. Prove to the audience, prove to the WWE Universe that they were able to do something. And she fucked up. And that should have been grounds for elimination right there. But Miz used his save because she was hot. And if anything, you know, we know his past of being married to a Maurice, so that's a no-brainer. Plus the fact that Amanda is a Trish Stratus doppelganger just based on her looks. I mean, put them side to side and you'll understand what I'm saying there. But the fact is, Mata shouldn't have been eliminated at all. Mata has what it takes to be here. Just like Patrick, he has all the tools. He may not have the experience like Patrick does, but he's learning, and he's doing great, and the fact that he was eliminated just because someone used their save, it happens in this business. It happens. Life is not fair like he said. But at the end of the day, he should still be here and Amanda should be gone. But the fact is, Tough Enough is every week, and now that we're all caught up, we're probably 4 weeks to go, it'll be interesting to see what happens with every single person in the next few weeks to come.